Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome, Cheap Shot Nation, to another quick shot review. We're going to be talking about the recent release called 65. It is from the writers of A Quiet Place, as you can see on the poster, and it is what it says on the tin. It is aliens and dinosaurs. Something that you thought may not actually work, and for a lot of people it seems like it didn't, but I saw this through different eyes, and there were some things that, excuse me, it did really well. And Scott Beck and Brian Woods brought a new idea to film, and that is always good because there's too many these days remakes or remasters or reimaginings or whatever, and people just don't have any imagination anymore. They just don't have their own ideas. But it's based on an astronaut crash landing on a mysterious planet to discover that he's not alone. And it says, like I say, it's exactly what it says on the tin. So we're going to go into the main part of the video or the podcast. If you're listening to this on Spotify, thank you very much for joining us on there. And we're going to talk about the movie 65. 65 is an adventure movie with lots of action and drama and adventure. It is pretty much everything you'd want from a movie such as this. It is quite, it's got a bit of tension in it. It's got some really good ideas overall as a story. Going by the name, you think 65. It is set in the past, obviously, but this alien race they are people as far as it goes. This alien race is vastly advanced, and they go into space exploring. Just so happens that they crash land on a planet full of dinosaurs, and I don't need to give you away too much of the plot for you to realise which planet that actually is. And for a storyline, that is very original. That is good. I like it. It's probably along the same lines, maybe, as Alien, maybe just the opposite way round. But it borrows heavily from Alien and Aliens, actually, and Predator as well, with some of the tech that they use. But it's got a good score. It's got good action set pieces. The graphics that are used are not over the top, and they do a decent job with the idea that the dinosaurs obviously are going to hunt the smaller humanoids, and I quite enjoyed this film as much as other people perhaps didn't. Adam Driver plays the main character. He is called Mills, and obviously Adam Driver is the driving force behind the episode 1, 2 and 3 of Star Wars. Certainly 2 and 3. Yeah. He's having a bit of a renaissance, and he's coming back, and he's pretty damn good actually in this film. You've got Ariana Greenblatt as Koa, who is the young lady who he finds on the planet and rescues, so to speak. Chloe Coleman as Naveen, who plays Mills's daughter, who is very sick at the time, who they has to go and explore, and obviously the idea behind that is that his job's paid him to do that, and that's how they're getting the support for that illness. And Nika King plays Alia. There isn't very many people in this film, and I feel like that does play into its advantage because they can put more effort into the isolation side of this film. Like I say, if you've watched Aliens, there's a lot of isolation. There's a lot of tracking of the monsters. They're dinosaurs in this film, and there is a lot of stuff borrowed from Jurassic Park. Two very good films to borrow ideas from and adapt to your own. And it really does. For me, it really, really worked. I really enjoyed this film. It wasn't too long. It was around about an hour and a half. Something that you don't see very often these days. And it was the right amount for the story. I'd be interested to see if they did another one of these, but it's difficult simply because you've set yourself a target. You're 65 million years in the past. What are you going to do next? You're going to go to the time of Hitler and take him out? Maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? It doesn't involve time travel either, so that'd be really difficult. But there you go. That's that. But as a standalone movie, I thought it was really good. I genuinely thought it was good. Like I say, it had peril. It had drama, it had action, it had dinosaurs, which is always a winner with me. And let's say Adam Driver was really good as well. And with that, from the writers of A Quiet Place is very good. A Quiet Place 2 is also excellent. And well, I think they're doing A Quiet Place 3. And it is, again, very similar. They can borrow ideas from that. You have to be quiet. You have to stay quiet for the people, to stay safe in all of those movies aforementioned, because, otherwise you fall foul of the things that are trying to hunt you. So, I really enjoyed it. It's a better version of Jurassic World that's actually set in a Jurassic World. It's not. It's Cretaceous, I believe. That's the. I could be very wrong in that, but it's the final era of the dinosaurs. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, it's a worthwhile addition to the science fiction genre. It's better than Dune. It's better than Jurassic World, and it's very much worth your time. So I would give this a rating of go see it. Give your time to this film and not some big blockbuster film, because there's genuine effort been put behind this film, and it shows. So we've got more films coming up. We've got Mario, and we've got something else coming up as well, which I will tell you in a minute. Mario and Dungeons and Dragons, of course, this weekend. I say this weekend. By the time this comes out, I'll have already seen Dungeons and Dragons and possibly already done the podcast. So, and then Super Mario Brothers, and I'm not sure what's happening after that. But there you go. That's that. Thank you very much for watching and all listening. And I will see you next time for more quick shot reviews for Cheap Shot Entertainment. If you love your movies, then this is the right spot to be in, because we do too. Goodbye.
Hiya.